Good evening, I'm Scott Hennessy.
And I'm Beth Farnsworth. As Gen X reportedly plans to work well into their 80s and possibly beyond, new research shows that the majority plan to swap careers if they haven't already done so. Many are pursuing vastly different careers and industries.
Psychotherapist Dr. Robby Ludwig joins us live to talk about how to navigate switching careers in your later years. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Ludwig. Why do you think that many Gen X folks are looking to make career changes later on?
Well, first of all, we are living longer, and we know that it's very healthy to be productive. And many of these people during midlife really are getting in touch with new passions that they might have. So they might have started out in a career that was something they thought they wanted to do. They did it for many years, and then they want to switch gears because as we get older, we change. And in some cases, our jobs make those decisions for us.
Can you talk a little bit more about people working into their older age? Often people can't retire, they can't afford to retire. Often people feel like their life isn't as full if they're not working.
Yeah, I mean, people want to feel relevant. They want to use their talents and skills. They want to be impactful. And they like the idea of earning money because very often we need to earn more money if we're going to be living longer, and certain traditional jobs may not have spaces for older workers. So people have a plan B and they start to think about what will their life look like after they retire, or maybe switch gears around the time they're thinking of retiring into doing something else, or they learn a new skill set so they can remain relevant in the jobs that they are in.
Sure.
People start out in a certain career, they have an idea of how things may go, and then things change. And that can be difficult, right? You kind of have some stability in something and then that gets rocked, and that can be difficult mentally for people. What kind of tips do you have for folks navigating that transition?
I love the idea of having a plan B. And when you are in midlife and beyond, you know a lot of people, so you're networking. In the show and series that I'm doing called The Pivot with Dr. Robby Ludwig on YouTube, we interviewed a lot of people who either were forced to switch and found purpose on the other side, like Gretchen Carlson, who was a news anchor and never imagined she'd be engaged in advocacy and changing bipartisan laws when it came to non-disclosures in the workplace. Dean Cain, who played Superman, made a decision to leave Hollywood and write, direct, and act in his own films that were in line with his religious beliefs and the message he wanted to get across. So it's really thinking about what are you good at, what connections do you have, and what kind of salary do you want to earn, and look at those opportunities so you have some options for yourself.
And what are, say, the top two pivots or transitions that you see people really aiming towards or you would recommend?
Well, I think it happens in what we see in TV. There are a lot of transitions. So I see a lot of people having parallel careers for a period of time where they do something on the side that's income producing. And then when they have the opportunity, they segue full time when it financially makes sense. So that's certainly something that I've seen. And also I see people going back to school now that there's virtual schools and online schools that are more cost effective. I see people doing that in order to create a whole new career for themselves, either in the law or as therapists or artists or teachers. So we really have so many options right now.
All right, Dr. Ludwig, thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.